Excuse me, sir. Sir, is this your house?
Can I help you?
Is this your house?
Who are you?
What did you do to be able to afford this place?
In 2003, I started a tech company, and I sold my last company for $235 million.
235 billion?
That's right.
Sir, is this your Ferrari?
Yes.
What did you do to be able to afford a Ferrari?
I sold the biggest company in my industry in 2018.
What type of company?
It was a company.
How much did you sell your company for?
Almost 100 million.
100 million?
Yes.
Last year we did not do $1 billion.
No?
No, we did 850 million for the year.
850 million?
Absolutely. We're going to do $1 billion this year.
How can somebody become a multimillionaire in today's world?
Oh my gosh.
Everyone thinks Miami is where the money is. The flashy cars, the wild parties, the influencers everywhere. But if you really want to see where the old money is, the quiet wealth, the billionaires, well, you got to head about an hour north up to Boca Raton and Palm Beach, which is where we're at right now, guys. We're literally on Billionaires Row out here. And I'm going to be going up door to door, door knocking, ringing the bells to be able to figure out if we can talk to these people to figure out how they made their money and built their fortune. Guys, I'm going to be cold approaching multimillionaires and billionaires today to get their advice for you. So stay tuned from start to finish because this video is going to be insane. And with that being said, let's get this video on the way. Go. Excuse me, sir. Is this your house? I started a business media channel that I grew to 14 million followers. Thank you, sir. You guys, this is the difficult thing about this video. Because we're in one of the richest neighborhoods, probably one of the richest areas in the entire country, it is very hard to get access to these people to do interviews with them. But all we can do is keep on going. I always say that volume negates luck, and every no is a step closer to a yes, you guys. Come on. Hi, ma'am. My name is James, and I started a business social media channel called The School of Hard Knocks that I grew to 14 million followers. I go all over the world.
We're not interested.
Okay, have a nice day. Hi. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Question for you.
Yeah.
So I grew a social media channel to about 14 million followers, going all over the world, asking homeowners what they did to be able to afford their houses. Is this your spot right here?
Yeah, not interested.
Oh, man, have a good one, brother. Have a good one. Here we go. I'm feeling this one.
Please wait while your call is connected.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, question for you. So my name is James. I started a business social media channel called The School of Hard Knocks that I grew to 14 million followers. I travel all over the world interviewing business owners. I've interviewed Tom Cruise, Shaquille O'Neal, Mark Cuban, and I'm doing this series where I'm going to nice neighborhoods to ask beautiful homeowners like 2 or 3 questions on their advice to the younger generation.
I'm just not interested, but thanks for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Have a great day, sir. Thank you. All right, you guys. This is probably like a $20 million house out here in South Florida. We're gonna go up, see if the homeowners are here and what they did to be able to afford this place. Come on. How you doing, sir? So I started the biggest business media channel in the world where I go all over the world asking beautiful homeowners their best advice to the younger generation. Could I get 30? What's that?
What do you want?
Just advice to the younger generation on how you were able to afford such a beautiful home. I go all over the world.
Yeah, thanks anyway.
Well, so we've interviewed. You can't get everybody, man. You can't get everybody. Hey, we tried, man. You heard the pitch. I thought it was effective, but it's tough out here, you guys. Wait, real quick. Question for you. So I started a social media channel at the University of Texas. I grew it to about 14 million followers where I go all over the world just interviewing business owners and people for advice to the younger generation. I thought you had a beautiful house. Did you buy this house? Is this your house?
My husband did.
He did? Is he here?
No.
What did he do?
He's on the way to Italy. He's in private equity.
He's in private equity?
I say work hard.
Work hard?
Follow your dreams.
Okay, I love
Don't listen to what other people say.
Any advice to somebody trying to find the right life partner?
Values. You have to have things in common.
What do you have to be aligned on, like most importantly?
Your interest and like values.
Okay.
I think values are very important.
Well,
'Cause
thank
if you
you.
don't have values and morals, right?
100%.
I hate to say it because rules today.
Hey, she said it. She said it, not me. All right, you guys, we are at our next sector of mansions out here in Boca Raton. I mean, look at these places right here. The house right over here. They just pulled up a G-Wagon in the drive. We're gonna see if we can go up and get some game for you guys. Come on. Excuse me, sir. Sir, is this your house?
Can I help you?
Is this your house?
Who are you?
I grew a channel to 14 million followers. I started the biggest business media channel in the entire world, getting advice for young entrepreneurs. What did you do to be able to afford this place?
Yeah, I was in the electronic cigarette business.
E-cigarettes?
Yeah, e-cigarettes.
How long were you in the
I
business?
built the world's largest brand in under 5 years with 10 grand.
So you started with 10 grand?
10 grand.
Hey, what's the most you made in a single year? Give me the biggest year you had.
100 million.
100 million? And could I?
Yeah.
Could I interview you for 1 minute real quick for the channel?
I'll give you 2.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
How did you scale from a $10 to $100 million company? What was your secret to scaling?
My secret was going store
to store, mouth to mouth with my electronic cigarettes. I'd spend 20 hours on a line at 7-Eleven saying, hey, you smoke Marlboro? Try my brand. Cancer-free, you can do it anywhere. And by the way, your wife's going to love the way you smell and your kids are going to be happy. You're not going to kill yourself from deadly cigarettes.
So it's like real guerrilla
So
marketing.
store by store, mouth by mouth. My son says, Dad, tell the story. So every week I log 140 hours. I'd have all those customers that went to go buy a cup of coffee, bought my Logic. The store made 40% gross profit. I got paid up front. I always say no consignment, commitment, guaranteed the product. And store by store, I built my brand.
Did you have anybody that doubted you?
Everybody. I was a personal trainer. I had 39 failed companies.
You said you had 39 companies that failed, but that 40th one hit.
It was a rocket ship.
What was it about that 40th company that just enabled it to take off?
It was at the moment that somebody blew smoke in front of me at a meeting, and I thought it was real smoke, but then they said it's electronic cigarette, cancer-free smoking. I said, this is what God has put me on the earth to do. Get millions of people off deadly cigarettes, and I went all in. And it was like out of a motion picture. We had 100,000 points of distribution. We broke 100 million in 18 months. We were the hottest brand in the nation, and we basically, in less than 5 years, we sold the company to Japan Tobacco through Goldman Sachs. It still feels like a movie.
Were you ever afraid of competition?
You know what? Competition fuels me. Messi wouldn't be as good without Ronaldo. They fuel each other. The yin and yang.
So you see a competitive market. You're not afraid to go in there. And
No, I love to beat competition.
What do you do differently from everybody else when you identify a market?
Okay, so this is what I did. This is a crazy story. I identified in the electronic cigarette market, one is rechargeables were defective, had a lot of returns. They were very expensive.
How did you find that problem to identify?
So I went in the stores, asked questions, and said, what are your best-selling brands and what are the challenges you have?
How important was it for you asking the right questions to the people that find the problems?
No, the right questions are everything. I mean, look at Tim Ferriss. Tim Ferriss talks about asking the right questions are everything. Going in, giving the highest profit margin, giving them a product that we guaranteed always worked. We knew we had to deliver the best product with the best experience, so we went all in with disposable. We were really the only ones selling disposable for $9.99. Store paid $5.95. They made 40% GP. But how do you give them the right experience? There are 4 levels of nicotine. There was like 2.7, 1.8, 1.5, then we had a low below 1. So what I did as a scrappy guerrilla marketer is I had these white boxes and I wrote on a Marlboro, Newport, Marlboro Light. What did that do? It identified that smoker and which Logic they should choose because there were 30, 40 different brands on the counter. We had a plain white box. I just wrote the brand of the cigarettes on them. This was so different because
simplicity sells.
Yeah, so right away, oh, you want Marlboro? Take Logic Platinum. Oh, you do Marlboro Light? Logic Gold Label. This was great. I'll tell you another thing I did. I dropped the secrets in some high ticket, call them masterminds that people hire me to speak in. So I'll drop some bombs here. Trademarks. Trademarks are very powerful. You can make claims with trademarks. What is one of the greatest trademarks of all time that I did for Logic? They said to me, Howie, if you want to claim that you're the most trusted brand, you need to get a focus group. Focus group? I don't have $250 for a focus group. I started with 10 grand. How can you get out of the focus group and just claim something? It's like the 5-hour energy guy. He never claimed it was 5 hours of energy. He just called that was the brand. That was his brand, right? People try to sue him. And he said, no, that's my brand. All I say is feel it in minutes, last for hours. So I took that concept for myself and I said, okay, I'm going to register under electronic cigarettes, the most trusted brand. And it went through. 2,000 taxis in New York. Logic, the most trusted brand. I was the first one on taxis in New York. I had 2,000 taxis, $150 a month advertising. I was in every bodega. I took over New York and the 5 boroughs. I didn't even go to the West Coast. I stayed focused on the East Coast.
So you mastered guerrilla marketing.
I mastered guerrilla marketing by being in the streets, in the stores, talking to the managers, talking to the workers, and I still do it today.
You do better than anybody else?
I do it the best of my ability. I don't compare to anybody else. I just look at my results, and my results speak for themselves.
You got amazing advice, my friend.
All right, cool.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. You guys, we just walked up to and interviewed a $100 million entrepreneur at his compound, you guys. This is one of the craziest houses that I've ever seen in my entire life. And he made his fortune doing what? Inventing an e-cigarettes company. He disrupted an entire market, and he did it by solving problems. He said that I got tired of seeing people die from cigarette smoke, so he wanted to convert them over to e-cigarettes. There you go. You can make money any way you want if you're entrepreneurial. This video just got off to a crazy start, but we got to go get this next one out here in Boca Raton, you guys. Come on. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, is this your house? What did you do to be able to afford this place? What did you do to be able to afford this place?
I'm a tech entrepreneur.
So I go all over the world interviewing the most successful people to help the younger generation. I'm going all over asking homeowners what they did to be able to afford multi-million-dollar houses. I wanted to know if I could interview you for 1 minute real quick. Just a minute. It'll be worth it. It's for the younger generation.
Okay, yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
So what business made you the most amount of money?
In 2003, I started a tech company, and I sold my last company for $235 million.
235 billion?
That's right.
That's a lot of M's.
Hey, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's why we live here.
How did you get the money to start that business?
Oh my gosh. My grandma gave me a $10,000 loan.
You got a loan from your grandma?
Grandma, she didn't even know what the internet was.
How did you convince her to give you a loan?
You know what? After nobody else would give me money, I knew she was the one person that would always make a bet on me. And I told her the internet was going to be huge.
What did you see that early that inspired you to kind of go create a tech company in internet marketing? Because when I think 20 years ago, that's in like the very early 2000s. That was when people were questioning whether that was going to be like a boom or bust sort of thing. What did you see that, made you want to stand out and go build a company there?
Well, I'd already worked for a company that did go bust, and they raised $100 million. And I thought, hey, I think I could do this better myself.
My early 60s, which is where I am right now, and that's raising a lot of money from people that trust me, millions of dollars, and being responsible for that. It was easy to do that when I was younger, but once things started to set in, the enormous responsibility to manage other people's money is something that's really important.
So in your 60s, you're still taking risks?
I'm still taking risk and I'm not stopping. As a matter of fact, we're starting a restaurant in about 2 weeks, and some people see one restaurant, I see a chain of restaurants. Whenever I do something, I try not to focus on the present, I try to focus on the future and have a vision about what it's going to become in the future.
And you're in the top part of the top 1%. What are you investing in right now in today's world?
So they used to say it's 100 minus your age. I have a broker's license. I was on Wall Street, and 100 minus my age would mean I should only be 35% in equities. I'm 95% in equities.
You're 95% in equities?
Yes.
In the stock market?
In the stock market, but I've also invested in a cryptocurrency fund, and I put a pretty significant amount of business in there, whereas, Bitcoin is 40% of the holding. So
you like crypto?
I like crypto. I'm starting to really understand it and starting to see that it's the next gen.
Do you think people should buy some cryptocurrency?
I do, but I think it should only be a percentage of their portfolio. So if someone has a modest risk profile, it should probably be 10 to 15% of their profile. It's 25% of my profile.
And what was the best financial decision you made throughout your career?
Becoming an entrepreneur. No question. No question.
Would you have done it any other way?
I would not have done it any other way, and I wouldn't change anything. I'm happy sitting in a Ferrari right now, and I'm happy where it ended up.
All right, you guys, so I have a special surprise for you all right now. Since we're in Boca Raton, it was only right that I hit up a good mentor of mine, my billionaire friend, Sean Mike, who built several 9-figure and billion-dollar companies. His company right now that he's running has done $5 billion in sales, and he invited us out to interview him at his house for you guys, to give you guys the blueprint on how to become multi-millionaires in today's world. But let's go link with him right now. There he is. What's up, man? How's it going, my friend?
How are you, bro?
Good, man. I'm excited to be here.
Good to see you.
We're ready to drop some game for some people,
I
man.
have no doubt about it, dude.
Remind the people right now, how much money did you make this last year?
We did $850 million for the year.
850 million?
Yes, sir.
That's a lot of M's.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. Made a major difference in the world. A lot of people made a lot of money at the company, which is amazing.
What are you going to do this year?
We'll do $1 billion. It'll be the first time I've done $1 billion in a year.
That's incredible.
It is an incredible number.
And I come all the way out here to ask you how you got rich and how the younger generation watching can become wealthy in today's world. Can we make that happen?
Absolutely. Anything for you, man.
What business has made you the most amount of money?
Life insurance.
That's an unsexy business, though.
It's a very profitable business. Yeah.
How is it profitable?
Because I find need-based products, right? So real estate was my first business. That was very good to me. I did very well. Then I got into waste management, and then I had somebody introduce me to life insurance business. So when I can't run out of leads, and it's need-based, and I can't run out of people to get in front of, and all I got to do is compete with everybody else that's out there, it's an amazing business.
Did you come from a rich family?
Hell no. My mother worked 3 jobs. Me, my mother, my brother, and all the cats and dogs she had and birds she could get, lived in a little 1-bedroom place. I watched my mom struggle, and my grandparents didn't have any money. My father was from Iowa. My mom raised us. So no, man, we didn't have anything.
So what was your turning point to financial freedom?
Well, if you've watched your mother struggle as a boy, I got a little brother. I watch my mom and I see the stress on her, and I see how it almost breaks her, and I see how hard she worked. And I played baseball, basketball, football. My mom didn't go to my games, not because my mom didn't love me. My mom was working all the time, morning, day, night, weekends. So I was like, I want my mom to have a better opportunity eventually. I don't know who else is going to provide it for her. And I didn't want people to look at me and our family, and I didn't want them to look down on us. Not because I thought I was better than them, but I was just as good as they were. And so I just wanted to compete when I was a young age. So I watched the way people looked at us because of what we didn't have, and I was like, I'm not going to live the rest of my life that way. I promise you that.
In my last interview, you gave me a piece of advice that Arthur Blank gave you when you asked him. I'm going to challenge you again. Give me the best piece of advice that you've ever received from a mentor. Think about the billionaires that you've met. Give me a tactical piece of business advice that you've learned in the last few years of your life that have enabled you to drastically scale and become a better entrepreneur and just self-improve in general.
I was sitting in a meeting with a group of people, and we were looking at each other's businesses. And there was a gentleman that walked in, and he's a great guy, very successful. He's like, I want to be the most successful person nobody knows about. Like, I just keep it moving. Billionaire many times over. And he looked at me and he said, you know the problem you have in your business? And I said, I probably have multiple problems. I'm trying to scale it. He said, you're not delegating enough. And I said, okay, what would you delegate? He said, almost all of it. You need to continue to do what you're doing, but you need to build other people up by learning how to delegate, the art of delegation. So he said, anything that you can teach somebody to do, even if they're half as effective as you at it, then you build something massive. And maybe if you get out of the way and delegate it and watch them grow, you'll be shocked what you can accomplish. That's how I'm on my way to $1 billion. Like, we'll do $1 billion this year. How? Because I've been able to delegate and have all these amazing people that are like, I can handle the lead gen part. I'm over here doing the marketing. Oh, recruiting, I got that. Oh, on the tech side, yeah, Sean, we're doing these 5 things over here. And they have the ability, and they know I'm comfortable with them going and making these decisions. And guess what? They're going to make bad decisions on occasion. It's okay. Give them the leeway to know that they're going to fall on their face on occasion as well. So that's been actually probably the best piece of advice I've gotten over the last number of years now to continue to scale my business. You can only go so far when you're trying to do too many jobs, fit too many roles, because there's people that are distant and they leave the business, and I think that's a problem. I've exited businesses I did in real estate, waste management, life insurance. The ones that have been successful, I stayed around it. When I sold my real estate company, they should have kept me around. They should have. They didn't. They're like, I got it from here. I was like, okay. And a couple years later, the whole thing just fell apart. Waste management company I sold to a massive national company. They had the infrastructure, but some of the guys transferred over and still stayed. Life insurance, I stayed involved because I love the business I'm in, and I want to continue to take it to the next level. You're never the only person that can do it.
Are you a good salesman?
I'm the best salesman you'll meet. Unlike the other guys that tell you the best salesman, I am the best salesman.
I'll give you a 30-second sales masterclass right here.
At the end of the day, you have to have such great confidence, and you have to be so presumptive. No matter what you're doing, you can't ask for anything. You instruct somebody. If I have a need-based product and you're my lead-based client, you have to be in the lead selling. If I'm not going to cold call or cold knock, you'll fail. So you have to get leads. You have to be presumptive.
When you say presumptive, you mean assume the sale?
Yeah. Like, I'm at the airport yesterday, and the guy says to me, he's stumbling. So then he restates his thought and says, would you like to tip on the card, or do you want to give me cash? That's presumptive. I'm like, dude, do that. Yeah. Don't go, well, and we have a tip cup. No, would you like to tip on the card, sir, or do you want to tip with cash? And if I have a product that you've already said you need, all I have to do is cut through all the garbage and go, James, you understand. Tell people the truth. They're dying for the truth. What are clients afraid of? What are buyers afraid of? Being lied to. Their number one fear is being lied to, not paying too much. They don't want you to lie to them. So I'll give you one statement, change your life. No matter who you're selling anything to, you say, hey, James, may I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do I have your permission to be ridiculously, pathetically, brutally honest with you this entire time we're talking about the product? Yeah. No matter what it is, you're totally fine with me telling you the truth no matter what.
Yes.
Okay, done. So if it's life insurance and I go, James, it's going to cost you this much because you're older in your health. James, your house, your roof's leaking. James, what's it going to cost? A lot, James. The entire thing's leaking. Like, you've given me permission to be honest with you. And also, sales is it's a marathon, not a sprint. People are not looking to be enamored or tricked. They want the truth. And if you're confident, I'm confident. If you're uncomfortable, I immediately think you're lying to me because you're uncomfortable. And my favorite line in sales is, here's what we're going to do. Because it becomes here's what we're going to do. James, I hear you on all that, but here's what we're going to do. No, I understand what you're saying. Today's not a great day to do it. Here's what we're going to do.
So it's safe to say that you could sell water to a fish.
Yeah, and it's funny because when people tell me, they're like, I could sell snow cones to Eskimos and ketchup to white gloves. I'm like, dude, sales doesn't require talent. The reason I'm good at it is I'm very teachable. I look people in the eye and I'll tell them no matter what they need to hear, I'm going to tell them the truth. I'm going to stand behind it. I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to invest in leads, and I'm going to invest in me and getting better. So other people could beat me if they'd outwork me because it doesn't require any talent. See, the biggest misnomer about sales, anybody that tells you they're a good salesperson because they're just a good salesperson, they're lying. They just work harder and have more leads. Am I good at it? Yes, I've done it a lot. I've had plenty of reps. There's also guys in the UFC that have been fighting since they were 6. Yeah. They're good at it. Yeah. Why? They've been fighting everybody their entire lives. They're starving, and they've been fighting everybody. They know where to put their hands. They train every day, 8, 10, 12 hours a day.
I'm going to be real. That's some of the best sales advice I've ever heard.
Thank you, man. That's what you told me. You doubted me. I could see it in the eyes. You're the best salesman. I was like, the other people aren't, so I had to step up.
That was some game right there. Guys, $850 million in a single year. And he said, I'm doing $1 billion this year. That entire interview was a straight masterclass. I can't believe we just linked up with the legend, Sean Mike, once again. You know he was going to bring $1 million worth of game for you guys. Not $1 million, $1 billion worth of game. But let's keep this video rolling and go get another one, you guys. Come on. This is one of the craziest houses I've seen in my entire life. I can't even call this a house. This is a compound. Let's see if we can get some free game. How you doing, sir? Good. Is this your house? Yes. Yeah? Yeah. What did you do to be able to afford this place?
I had a personal question.
Yeah, so I grew a channel to 14 million followers. I go all over the world interviewing business owners and the most successful people to help the younger generation. I wanted to know if I could interview you for 1 minute real quick, if that was cool.
Okay. Okay, come on in.
Is that okay? Could we do it out here for lighting purposes?
You know what? Let's do it outside, in the back. It's a better light.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. What line of business were you?
I'm in real estate. Like multifamily.
Why multifamily?
It was an accident. It was like a one conversation in a family members. They said they own one and they lived in the other three, and that's what I did. I bought my first fourplex.
Actually.
Yeah, I live in one and I rent the other three, and that's how it started.
People say you have to have a ton of money to get started in real estate. Do you agree with that?
Hell no. You don't need shit. When I bought my first fourplex, I spent $50,000 that I borrow and I earn and sell all my cars. The second fourplex I bought with $5,000. The third one I bought with $3,000. The last deal I think I bought $72 million. I bought with zero money.
What do you mean zero money?
With zero money.
Did you borrow money or what?
Nope. It's a creative financing, brother.
Creative financing?
Yeah, there's no banks, man.
How does that work?
Well, you gotta build your reputation and you gotta build the credit, and there's the people that want to give you the money all the time, and you just gotta find the deals.
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
I can tell you there was a year that I lost $250 million.
You lost $250
Yeah,
million?
and I remember I don't learn shit from my successes. Like I can tell you how many millions I made. It's not about that. It's about the lessons and the failure I made in my life.
How did you lose $250 million in a year?
Well, the market dropped, and so it was like a lot of equity and a lot of cash.
So what did you learn from that? Like not put all your eggs in one basket, or what was that lesson?
No. This is exactly that I play safe. When you get bigger, you get more comfortable, and then you overanalyze stuff and you forget about yourself because you got all the answers within you.
What was the lowest point in your life?
It was 4 years ago when I almost committed suicide.
You almost committed suicide?
Yeah. On this boat right there. That boat. I almost took that, took my scuba diving gear, went to the ocean and did the last dive.
Why?
Well, because I was always looking for validation from the outside world. That's why I'm so successful in the businesses, because anything I thought turns to gold, but I forgot about me. My businesses becomes my identity versus I have my own identity to grow my businesses.
So you don't think money buys happiness?
Oh, hell no. Fuck no. Fuck. Oh, dude, don't get me started. Money doesn't buy you. The only thing money buys you time. And then what you do with that, if you're a douchebag, you're going to be a bigger douchebag. If you're a good human being, the money's going to give you more.
It just amplifies the person.
Amplifies exactly who you are.
So what is it that enabled you to find that true fulfillment and happiness? Like when you hit rock bottom mentally, when you almost took your life, what was that actionable step that you take? There's a lot of people that are at rock bottom right now, mentally, physically, spiritually. What advice would you give to them?
Brother. Thank you for asking the question. I appreciate that.
What advice would you give to them?
It doesn't matter how hard time you're going through right now, it's going to pass. And it doesn't matter like you're on the top of the mountains, it's also going to pass. So connect with yourself, fulfill yourself, work on yourself. And you know what? Baby steps. You don't have to win. You don't have to immediately get enormous, huge wins. It's just a little day at the time, 1% at the time, just little steps. And the most important, talk to somebody. Do not hide. Like, you know what we men do? We freaking hide. When we go through shit, we don't tell anybody. And what you got to do, you got to really sit down with somebody and you got to make sure that you have a trusted people. Not somebody at the bar. That's not what I'm saying. And really, drug, not alcohol, all this shit doesn't take you anywhere. We have all the addictions because what happened is we sedating with that. Yeah. And I was sedating with work. And then I was sedating with working out. I was an Ironman, then 1, 2, second, winning them. Yeah. So it's like, this is just sedation. Workaholism, workoutaholism, alcoholism, drugs, everything, gambling, food, all this stuff. It's a sedation because we don't want to be in the present moment and connect with ourselves.
If you died tomorrow and all that was left was one guiding principle that you could give to somebody to become the best version of themselves, what would that be?
The only message I'm not gonna change. We got everything, like you got everything what you need already within you. Go deep, search for it, and work on yourself. Be selfish for a while. Do not get married too early. And build this empire. You are the biggest asset in the world and you're the only one. Take care of it. Build a castle. Everything else is abundance. It will come. You are loved, you are abundant, and you got everything within you. Go enjoy the journey, not the destination. And the person you become on the journey. Because we all want the shortcuts. You know what I mean? I always tell people, don't get any shortcuts. Take the detour. Because the person you're gonna become, it's gonna help you in life.
You got amazing advice, my friend.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much for your time. All right, you guys, that's a wrap on today's video. He said, come on in. I said we want to do it out front. He said, no, we got to do it in the backyard. And he just gave an amazing, wholesome interview, man. Told us his full life story, the highs and the lows. But I need you guys to like and subscribe for amazing content we've got coming every single week. Guys, I'm going all over the world to interview the most successful and the wealthiest people for you guys to learn from and implement the information that they give you guys here on this channel, only on this channel at the School of Hard Knocks. And if you want to take it a step further and be able to get access to the millionaires and billionaires that I interview, well, you can, because every week, guys, I host live calls with the people that I interview. the 8-9-figure billionaire entrepreneurs you see me interview, I host live calls with them every week inside of my private entrepreneur community. If you want to join today, go down and click the link in the description to join. You can join right now for free. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get mentored from the biggest business owners in the world to help you start building the business of your dreams and create financial freedom. So I can't wait to see you on the inside of the community. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.